Dear students and learners, this is another one more video of engineering thermodynamics for steady flow energy equation. Okay, already we have completed the videos regarding the first law of thermodynamics, and the continuation is after we derive and defining the steady flow processes, we will apply the steady flow energy equation to the various thermal devices. What is steady flow process? Before letting to the steady flow process, we have to learn the basics about what is flow rate and continuity equation, what is control volume, control surface, what is the difference between a boundary and the control surface, and then we will come to this steady flow process. We will explain all these terms which I have told by use of this figure. Okay. So mass flow rate, you know very well, mass flow rate means m dot is nothing but which is equal to rho 1 a1 b1 is equal to rho 2 a2 b2. This formula you would have come across and derived in various in the school learning itself, which is mass flow rate means rate of mass. Okay, m by time, kilogram per second or kilogram per minute. Okay, so the mass flow rate remains same. Okay, continuity law says that mass flow rate remains same at the inlet and the outlet of any flow through the devices. Okay, so so continuity equation says that rho 1 a1 b1 is equal to rho 2 a2 b2. 1 2 is in and out properties, okay, for the thermal equipments. Then what is flow process? What is flow process? And then we will move to study flow process. Okay, flow process, it constitute an open system through which the working fluid enters and leaves from the surface of a system. Enters and leaves from the surface of the system. Flow is there means it becomes open system. Okay, if the mass transfer means then it becomes an open system. Okay, control volume and control surface is an imaginary envelope is supposed to exist around the piece of equipment, that is an envelope which is covering the place where we are concentrating. It is not same as boundary because the boundary may change its shape, but the control volume or the control surface will not change. It is in the fixed position. Control volume is the volume which is inside the control surface is called control volume. So control volume, control surface, flow rate and the continuity equations are very important to learn about flow work or the displacement work or the flow energy. Why we are talking about flow is, already I told you, all the engineering devices needs a force of push which is needed to make the movement of the substance from one position to another position. Okay, so we have to supply the energy to that substance to move from one point to another point. It is we are supposed to give supply work, that is when the substance is working, moving from one place to another place, they are working. It is considered as they are working. For that movement, if they could not do by themselves means we have to supply the energy. Like compressor is pushing the refrigerant through the air conditioner or the refrigerator in our home appliances. So, the work done due to pushing the entire fluid element across the boundary into the control volume is flow work or flow energy, which is equal to PV. How we have derived this? Force into distance, force is pressure into area. So that's why we got P into V. So this PV only we are adding into internal energy to get to the total energy content H. H is equal to U plus PV. A control volume may involve one or more forms of work at the same time. That is, not only this mass transfer but also all sort of energy transfers, heat, work, kinetic energy, potential energy, magnetic energy, all sort of energies also can interact into this control volume. Okay. So this is control volume, this is boundary, the control volume and the control surface around the control volume, flow work. Okay. For unit mass, the flow work is P into V. And then now we will move to steady flow process. First flow process, then now it is steady flow process. A flow process is said to be steady when the fluid parameters at any point of the control volume remains constant with respect to time. With respect to time, the fluid properties should not change. They can change from one point to another point. They can change its position, but their properties should not be changed with respect to time. That is very important. Okay. However, these properties can be different at different cross sections inside the control volume. Okay. So this means the quantities like velocity, pressure, temperature are the functions of locations and do not vary with time. And a steady flow process is characterized by no change in the mass of the fluid in the control volume. Mass inflow is equal to mass outflow. That is continuity. It is conforming the continuity equation. The fluid is uniform in state, composition and velocity both at the entrance to exit from the control volume. State of the fluid at any point is same at all time. That is most important. At all time, all the fluid at any point is same. No change in chemical composition of the fluid within the control volume. No change in chemical volume, no change in property with respect to time. Only they can vary with respect to location. They can vary by the interaction of the work and the heat, but they should not change with respect to time. Okay. Now, before steady flow energy equation, for deriving this steady flow energy equation, we will derive this one by two means. One is on unit mass basis and another one is on unit time basis. Okay. Generally, the energy is the summation of internal energy possessed by the molecules, kinetic energy and the potential energy. Okay. And for unit mass it is U plus small u. We will be using when it is divided by or the specific divided by mass or specific properties are denoted by small letters. So energy is equal to internal energy plus kinetic energy v squared by 2 plus potential energy g into mgz. Now fluid entering or leaving a control volume possesses an additional energy which is called flow energy. Already we discussed about flow energy. Apart from this u v2 squared by 2 and g is that, here we are adding one more energy or which is required for the substance to move from one place to another place. That has to be moved inside the device. Then enthalpy, the total energy of the flowing fluid, is defined by enthalpy, which is PV plus U. Already it was defined. So instead of this PV plus U, you can write it as H plus V2 by 2 plus G is that. And now again, that is the energy, total energy which was derived, and now we will move to mass and energy balance for steady flow process. It is conservation of mass principle. We will get m in minus m out, mass, total mass entering into the system minus total mass entering out of the system is not changing with respect to time. It is conserved, it is constant. Okay. During a steady flow process, the total amount of mass contained within the control volume does not change with respect to time. dm system by dt is equal to 0. Hence, this conservation of mass principles gives that dm by dt is equal to 0, and energy is also not changed with respect to time. Only by the interaction, various interaction and the substitution of energies from the substances, the energy can change, but it should not change with respect to time. So conservation of energy and mass, okay, is perfectly conformed in steady flow energy equation. Okay, it is one of the required condition. Okay, and now here the total energy content of the control volume remains constant. Total energy mass content of the control volume is also constant. Okay, so energy in is equal to energy out. It is rate of net energy transfer in by the heat work and mass is equal to rate of energy transfer out of heat work and mass. Okay, now we will come to the general steady flow process. The energy balance can be written as heat given, work given to the system plus these energies. All these energies is equal to whatever the energies and the mass which is coming out. Energies in is equal to energies out. So Q in, so finally if the sign introduced previously for heat and work is used, the energy balance is Q minus W is equal to all the energies at the exit minus all the energies in the inlet. Okay, so this equation Q minus W is equal to H plus H2 plus V2 squared plus Z Z2 minus H2 H1 plus V1 squared by 2 plus G into Z1. This is called a steady flow energy equation. It is very easy to remember that heat in minus, if this is input energy, this is input heat energy, this is W out, what is the work which we are getting, is the difference is what is the energy which has been energy transfer happened inside the system. Okay, so steady flow energy equation on unit mass basis is usually more convenient than the time basis, and when only a single stream of fluid enters and leaves a control volume. When more than one fluid stream is involved, analysis is made by SFEE on time basis, unit time basis. Okay, so thank you for listening. We will meet in the next video.